Hey, this is Steve Beckwith, Maine Hunters TV. Maine Hunters TV started unbelievably in 1999, 27 years ago. This has been a evolution of Maine and New England hunting, and we've even bringing it to Maine Fishing TV, which I will still continue filming for Maine Fishing TV and bringing that light, my summertime fishing and things like that, to my Maine Fishing TV channel here on YouTube. So check that out as well. But Maine Hunters TV has been 27 years in the making, and we've been constantly doing it and out there. A lot of the people that have been on my team, no one's ever been paid. Nobody's ever made any money. No one's ever done anything other than getting some free products from sponsors and things like that, and maybe some free hunts along the way. We've met a tremendous amount of great people that that have hosted us and brought us to their establishments and lodges. We've had bear hunts, moose hunts, deer hunts, all kinds of different things, turkey hunts. And over the years, so although there was no money being made through all of Maine Hunters TV, we enjoyed everything that transpired, and as we still do today. Unfortunately, most of my team has gone every other different direction. We've even had members pass away that have been faithful to Maine Hunters TV and helping get this going. So it's been a love for anybody that's been involved with Maine Hunters TV. Hasn't been here because they're making money or that they're some superstar. They've loved what they're doing. They love the passion of filming, hunting, and bringing that to other people to see and promoting New England hunting. And that's what we've been about ever since I started MaineHunters.com back in 1999 as a photo website to just put out pictures of your hunt and a little description about that hunt. And it was crazy because back then, nobody knew how to turn an actual photograph into a digital image that could be put up on the internet and onto a website. And I was one of the only people in the hunting world that did such a thing and created websites to promote hunting. So I guess I was a pioneer when it comes to getting photos that were in a shoebox onto the internet. And people got an opportunity to highlight their hunt from a photograph in an article sent to me in the mail. I scanned them in and I made a website that had a running till of all these different photographs of people and their hunting, and they were proud of it. They still are proud of it. These are old memories, and that's how Maine Hunters TV started, was from MaineHunters.com, which was a photo website. And then it transpired over to filming using VHS cameras and all the way up to, digital cameras of today. So we've gone kind of full circle and from analog to digital. And we created VHS tapes that we sold at stores. And then we went to DVD format, and now and then from there, DVD, Maine Hunters TV went to Roku TV, which is fully digital format, and then Roku. From there, a year and a half or so, I switched over to this format, which is YouTube TV, and here we are. So 27 years of being on the internet, online, on TV, from VHS tapes to DVD filming, New England. And this is what we are. And so today, we're making a switch over, and we're going to start diving into the archives of footage and seeing if I can come up with some old footage that was, maybe it was aired before, maybe it was never aired before, and just, I've got tons of footage in the archive that didn't make the grade at the time when we were editing, but it still is part of what we were and what we did. So maybe there's blooper reels coming, maybe there's different angles coming, or maybe even just rehash of hunts. This video that's following up of this particular YouTube video is a hunt that I did by myself using my cell phone to call in a decent mature buck. And I didn't film it, the actual hunt. I filmed it after the deer was on the ground when I was talking behind the deer. And I was representing the product sponsors that I had at that time, and talked about how I did it. And it's still kind of crazy to me that 2014, I used my phone and an app on my phone to call in this nice buck that morning, because I had forgotten my call, my doe estrus bleat call that I normally have hung around my neck when I got out of the vehicle that morning. I left it on the dashboard or between the seats of the truck and just headed on out. When I got there in the morning, the sun was coming up. I realized I didn't bring my call, and the whole reason that I went to this spot was to try to call in a deer, a buck. And so I thought, well, geez, I forgot it. And then I remembered that in my phone I had downloaded recently this app, which, by the way, I still use that app to this day, 14, since 2014. So I still use the same app, and I've incorporated a Bose Bluetooth speaker. I think it's a 30-watt Bluetooth speaker that I can set up out, 15, 20 feet out in front of where I'm sitting, and then with using doe scent, buck scents, and things like that, I've kind of perfected that, and I shoot several deer since then that way. I've called in many deer that I didn't get a shot at, or it's just been very productive for me since I did this. But I used my cell phone that day and called in this buck, and that's when the lights all came on for me about doing a lot more calling and using scents and sitting stationary to harvest decent bucks. And so that's what I did, and that's what this clip that's coming right up here is. And so thanks for continuing to watch Maine Hunters TV on YouTube.
Well, Maine 2014. I didn't have the camera running, but I did call in this nice buck this morning. Believe it or not, using my cell phone and one of the apps that I downloaded for an estrus doe bleat. I used the call about 4 or 5 times, and this guy came running on in. I was using antler ice. I had doe and heat out this morning, and I was using the buck cages. I had the antler ice into the buck cages. So I had 2 buck cages and antler ice, doe and heat, and doe estrus call. And this guy came running in and had no fears at all. When he got in and smelt that doe estrus, he came right up behind me, wind blowing right in his face, right directly from me to him. And all he had on his mind was doe this morning. So I put the old 308 to him, and now I got to get him out of here. But MaineHunters.com, MaineHuntersTV, we know how to get them. Maine guides, we get it done. MaineHunters.com.